Hi everybody, I'm Husky Light. Okay, so I'm not a skeleton. I'm not a heap in the corner on the floor. Okay, we're into day 2 of this distilled water fast. So let's see how it's gone. So and this is only my experience. So you have to, everybody's going to have a different experience. They're going to have a different take on how it feels for them as they're fasting or as they've done it in the past. So this is just my stuff, but I'm putting it out because I hope I thank you for all the comments on the first one. That's absolutely brilliant. It's inspired me, not only me inspiring you to go and try this, but it's actually inspired me to carry on with this. So let's see how we're doing. I did the video yesterday morning, crawled into bed, lay there till about 12 o'clock. I knew that I was going out in the afternoon. Psychologically, I think I was like, I don't want to go out, I don't want to do anything, I need to sleep. If I move, I'll collapse from exhaustion. All of those sort of, and I think psychologically, I made myself feel lack of energy and tired, just psychologically thinking about it, thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen? So anyway, I laid into bed till about 12, couldn't do much. I did have a couple of appointments that I needed with my daughter and everything yesterday to go to, and I had to go and take my daughter to see her dad, who's just had triple bypass surgery. He's in hospital, just come out of intensive care. So we went into town and did that. So anyway, laid in bed till about 12, feeling very lethargic, very sleepy. My main concern was I've got to conserve what little energy I have to get out and do the things that I needed to do in the afternoon, evening. That was it. The funny thing that I noticed yesterday is not once all day yesterday did my stomach rumble. I was expecting it to come out with those big loud growls, which I've learnt very well may be the parasites inside you going, feed me, Seymour. I didn't get them. I didn't get them at all. Once I was up, we all know the van's not working at the moment, have to catch a bus into town, etc. Do a lot of walking. Once I was up and about, I was okay. I didn't feel a particular lack of energy. I was engaged in doing other things. Tiny little moments of tiredness, but mainly when I wasn't doing anything. So if I was sitting waiting for something, sitting waiting for my daughter, or sitting in a waiting room or whatever yesterday, those are the moments that I felt lethargic and tired. I've got something going on with my tongue feels a little bit fuzzy at the moment. I noticed on the bus yesterday that my lips became very, very dry. My mouth was very dry, even though I was drinking lots of water. Do you know what? As the first day and my fears and doubts about actually starting it and doing it, it was nothing like I expected it to be. After watching somebody else go through it for a day and a half and actually losing parasites as well after a day and a half, I heard them complaining. I heard them, obviously they got diarrhea because they got the parasites. They were coming out. So obviously they had stomachache along with that and everything. And I was half expecting to have really bad muscle cramps, stomach cramps, feeling like I was going to pass out, all of that sort of thing. And I had nothing like that. So on a physical level, the only thing was once when I was walking to one of the appointments after I'd got off, I felt very spaced out. I felt a bit like I'd been on drugs or something. I felt a lightness to me. So obviously getting rid of some of the the density, the heaviness around me. So I felt a little bit spaced out. I felt like as I was walking, I was not quite, I was sort of half in this world and half in another world. Maybe in 3D and 5D at the same time. I felt very spaced out, and I didn't particularly want to engage in conversation or anything at that point. I was just like concentrating on walking in a straight line. I didn't want to bump into anybody or get run over or anything like that. So there was that. I stuck to it all day yesterday. It finally got home about 8 o'clock, and I'm going to make another video because I had some woo stuff go off last night. Let's call it woo stuff. Woo woo. Which I very much... Do I put it down solely to being fasting at the moment? Because it's something that happens even when I'm not. But I haven't had it that strong for a while, so it could have been a part of it. Part of my pineal gland. If there's any gump up there or crystallization, it's clearing. It's, you know, the crusty bits are coming off in places. So anyway, I'll do another video after this one on that one. And my daughter was involved in that as well, which was... anyway, let's get back to the fasting. Let me go off track. So, I think about 8:30 last night, when I got in, I was sort of thinking, food, need to eat, miss me dinner, miss me breakfast, miss me tea now. You know, what happens? What happens if I go whole day? What happens if I was just to settle down now and relax and then go to sleep? What's going to happen? Wake up in the morning. Everything was fine. Everything was absolutely fine. I chilled out afterwards and obviously didn't eat at all, and that was it. So we're into the second day of this fast now. Still drinking as much water as I can. I can feel the fuzzy thing coming back on my mouth as I'm speaking, on my tongue. Again, that will be toxins coming out. That will be unky stuff. Just moving everything that you're doing inside your body as you fast. You're clearing it, and it's going to come out into physical symptoms. I don't have a headache. I don't feel unwell. I actually feel sort of energetic this morning. I'm not going to push myself, but I do. I feel fine. I feel very, very clear-headed. I'm noticing at the moment, as I'm saying all this, I've got a slight pain here, which could be my crown chakra cracking open a bit more because of the fasting. There's a slight pain here. Not a big pain, not a roaring headache or anything like that, just a little one. I'll continue to drink lots of water throughout the day. You know, if this is I'll try and uptake my water actually, just in case it's a dehydration thing or something, but I don't think it is. I think this is more an ascension symptom. I think this is more my chakras. Because the other thing was, in bed last night, I got my complete tingly feeling on the top of my head, which I know is my crown chakra, sort of setting itself off and opening and widening and things like that. So I think that's all it is. Which, that's all it is. That's a big thing. That's a big deal. That's a good thing. So honestly, at the moment, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. I watched a lot more videos when I've had the chance on sort of fasting and other people's experience, and trying to gather information from other people's experiences. But yeah, it's good. It's good. My double chin hasn't gone yet. My mum had one. Bless her, as she got older, it started to drop down. if I lost enough weight, I'm sure it would disappear. It's the only thing nowadays really that bugs me about my body. It's like, stop it. I have to be really, really slim for it to disappear. So there's been I've not looked in the mirror and thought, woo, look at you, you've lost loads of weight and you look really thin. I haven't noticed any difference in that, but obviously it's one day. It's going to take, initially when you start, oh, that was the other thing, I did not stop having a wee yesterday, up until I went out in the afternoon. It was every 10-15 minutes. I was like, oh God, I need to go for a wee again. Oh, here we go again. So yeah, when you start initially on a fast, or you're losing weight or whatever, the majority of what you lose to start with, when you get on the scales, I don't actually have scales, so I can't weigh myself. I can't say how much I'm going to lose or anything, because I don't know what I weigh now. I don't really believe in jumping on the scales every day and worrying myself sick about what I weigh or what I don't weigh or what I should be or what the doctor says you should be or anything else. I go with how I feel within on that one. Do I feel good when I look in the mirror? Are my clothes fitting nicely? Or am I breaking out my size 10 jeans and you know, having to get into a size 14 jeans? You know, I get to a certain size of weight and I know that I'm overweight. I know that I'm too big. I don't feel comfortable. I don't like it. And then I make an effort to bring it down again. And sometimes, again, your emotions can take over. Your emotions, no matter what size you are, especially with these parasites, if they're controlling your thoughts and controlling what you eat and telling you what to eat, I forgot, I've lost my thread now. If they're telling you what to eat, that's really not good. That's so your emotions play a big part, and your moods and everything else play such a huge part in what size you are and the way you eat and what you're eating. But to remember that it's not always you, that it is these living creatures that we've got inside us. And we've got good bacteria, we have good stuff that's in there which is living, which helps us, which has to be inside us. But obviously then there's parasites that really don't, which have come off food and etc. and contaminated food and touching a doorknob and not washing your hands after and things like that. And we don't always get the opportunity to wash our hands after we've opened a door. Even within the house, you know, we don't open our bedroom door or our, you know, and think to wash our hands afterwards. But how many times have we opened that door during the day? So it's not something that I'm going to get obsessed about, and it's not something I'm going to worry about or anything else. As long as I'm trying to keep up as much maintenance as I can with myself, then that's all that matters. And looking after myself from the inside. So yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. I'm trying to figure out whether doing this video is tiring me out. Maybe again that's psychological. But I feel like I say I'm not going to go and run a marathon and never have. But I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. I feel quite energetic, and I do feel my head feels different. There is definitely a crown chakra pineal gland thing going on at the moment, and my thoughts are very clear, but there's also a calmness at the moment. There's just my angel cards were very right that I did on Sunday, and hopefully they're resonating with you and they're right for you. There is take a deep breath, just go with the flow of things, and see where it takes you. So and I know for a fact that the angel cards don't resonate with everybody this week because of my experience last night with things going on, but which I'll go into another video in a minute. But yeah, there is a peace and a calm within me as if, do you know what, I don't give a rubbish about anything at the moment. It's just, there's no problems, there's no, yeah, just peace, just calm, just a clarity of things. So it's now 9:20 a.m. over in the UK as I'm doing this video, so it's still quite early. You know, we're still morning time. So I will be back on with my other video soon, so watch out for that, because that's a good one. It's coming out. And obviously I'll be back in the morning with day 3 of how I'm going, how am I feeling. I'm trying to cover the emotional and the physical and even the psychological aspects of what I'm feeling and going through as I do this. And so far, touch wood, it's good. But I did, as I said, it's my experience. I have a relatively healthy diet anyway. It's not that often I go out and chomp on chocolate bars or anything. It's not that often that I would do anything completely detrimental to my health, you know, sort of food wise. Yes, I'm vegetarian, but I will sometimes I will go and eat like junk vegetarian stuff, you know, that's pre-cooked or pre, you know, processed, I suppose, whatever. But I try and be as healthy as I can. The fact that I've got kids dictates to me to a certain extent of what we're eating within the house. My son, my elder son, who's still at home with me, I don't eat chips really anymore. French fries, whatever you call them, but he loves them, and that. So for him, I'll actually go and buy his food separately, and he will not be ready to change until he's ready to change. That's the other thing. You cannot force diet or anything else on anybody else. They will change in their own good time when they intuitively are ready to do it at their whatever point in their life is good for them. So I will buy him stuff that I wouldn't dream of eating or drinking separately, and just ask the angels that, you know, they will help him at some point. And maybe seeing me doing this sort of thing, it has helped to a certain extent with him. He eats more vegetables than he used to, but you know, and my daughter is she's a little starseed anyway. She's more than likely a twin flame as well, though I don't know that for sure, but I think so by the experiences that she has, which are exactly the same as I have sometimes. So she's very much probably a twin flame as well. So she is learning as she goes along and taking nutritional advice, at least, from me, and trying very, very hard. She has. She's a big girl. But again, I think sometimes it's like a spiritual protection around us sometimes when we're bigger than we feel we ought to be. It's a protection there around us, which sometimes, apart from the parasites inside us, emotionally, some of us emotionally will eat, and I think she does emotionally eat sometimes, and she doesn't get enough exercise either. But that's kids for you, and you let them grow and let them develop at their own pace in their own way. And just try and guide them as much as you can. But you can't take a horse. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. So I am extremely, extremely proud of her and her achievements and what she struggles with and what she goes through every day as a starseed, twin flame, indigo. Bless her to bits, absolutely. She's very bright and intelligent, and she will be of great and is of great importance to this ascension just by being here, by sharing the love that she has around her. She's amazing. Anyway, I'm going off topic now. So yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So I hope this, I hope this helps. I hope it inspires. I hope that it, at least if it gets you, somebody commented and said, I can't find the links below. They're all there below the video. I'm going to put them below again, and you can watch them if you feel that you want to watch them. Again, it's completely up to you, to get information and inspiration and knowledge about things, and then move on from there. And you'll find as soon as you start putting things like that in YouTube, loads of stuff will come out related to it anyway. So, but for the person, I've sent the links back to you. I've answered your comment and put the links in, but the links are below on distilled water, urine therapy, parasites within the body, and fasting, obviously. So yes, I will be back with another video today, and I will be back with my third day of this distilled water fast in the morning. So yeah, take care. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.